Well, after an eventful but scoreless fourth inning, we welcome you back to the fifth here in Columbus, where Logan Hunt will lead things off for Maryland. Will Fennig still on the mound for the Buckeyes. He's pitched 4 innings and given up just 1 hit. It was a home run. He's walked 2. He's sitting at 49 pitches right now, significantly lower than his counterpart, as the first pitch is popped up down the third base line in foul territory and not able to make the catch, Nick Irwin. He stepped into the warning track area down the third base line, and the ball floated back toward closer into the green. So Ott stays alive, no balls and 1 strike here in the top of the 5th. Here's a check swing from Ott that he caught a piece of as it rolls foul. 0-2. I tell you what, I mentioned it on the broadcast yesterday, but as a corner infielder, sometimes you really hate those little pop-ups in foul territory. When you're an outfielder, you get these long fly balls that are easy to track. When you get these pop flies in the infield, they don't go very high, and they come down quickly as the 0-2's on the way and fouled straight back. 0-2 remains. So those short little pop-ups for these corner infielders are certainly never fun. The 0-2 from Fennig. This one flown out into center field. Kern underneath it comfortably and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. That brings up Benjamin Cowles now for the Terrapins. Cowles, top 10 in the Big Ten in batting average, top 5 in home runs. Cowles today 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base back in the third inning. On deck for the Terrapins is Bobby Smarslak. The first pitch to Cowles in low and inside for a ball, 1-0. Another shift here from the Buckeye defense. Colton Bauer, the second baseman, playing more in the position of a shortstop, playing the double play. He's left of the bag and slightly into the outfield, as that one's a called strike, 1-1. That pitch fouled off, 1-2. I tell you what, the shift has become kind of controversial in baseball. You see it in the minor leagues. They're implementing some testing measures to ban the shift, essentially. They restrict a player to a certain area on the infield. I think anyone who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of that. You saw it a couple of years ago, an example of the shift as the 1-2 is on the way. It's high, 2-2. I think it was the Los Angeles Dodgers played all 4 position infielders, and if I remember correctly, they might have even brought in an outfielder and lined them all up between first and second. The 2-2 is outside for a ball, 3-2. And still the batter had grounded out right into the shift. Not a single person on the left side of the infield. And you know what I would say as a manager is either you have to learn how to hit Oppo, as that one misses inside, and Cowles will take a walk, a 1-out walk. You either learn how to hit to the opposite field or you lay down a bunt. If there's nobody that's going to cover an entire side of the field, lay down a hard bunt and you get an easy single. So a man aboard here for Maryland, 1 out in the top of the 5th inning for Bobby Smarslak. He flew out to center in the 3rd. Cowles down on first, 0 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. Fennig goes home. The first pitch to Smarslak is belted into deep left field, and just a couple of steps for Marcus Ernst. That's a no-doubt home run, and it's a tie game here in Columbus. 3rd home run of the year for Smarslak, and both home runs have come from the 8 and 9 hole for the Terps. It's 3-3 in the top of the 5th inning. So that's 2 home runs given up on the day by Will Fennig, as things are even once again. Tommy Gardner comes to the plate. He had a home run in the 3rd. Same location. He went left field with it. First pitch to him is a ball, 1-0. Second pitch to him in there for a strike, 1-1. On deck is the top of the order, Chris Aline. Breaking ball misses low and away, 2-1. When Aline comes up, it will be the third time through the lineup for Will Pfennig if Greg Beals opts to keep him in. Just some light stretching going on down in the Buckeye bullpen. Nothing too serious yet from that relief pitching staff. Now a 3-1 count to Gardner. Same thing down in the Maryland bullpen, some light stretching. The 3-1 on the way. That one catches the outside corner. Fastball for a strike, 3-2. The 3-2 on the way from Pfennig. Misses wide out in the left-handed batter's box. So a walk for Tommy Gardner brings up the top of the lineup. With one out here in the top of the fifth. 2 runs across for Maryland. Here in the fifth, it's 3-3 between the Buckeyes and the Terrapins. Just 2 hits for Maryland, both of them home runs. Will Pfennig will get a quick talking to. Chris Aline up for Maryland. Bednar, Costas, and Schliger due up. Aline 0 for 2, Bednar 0 for 2, Costas 0 for 0. He has a pair of walks, and then Schliger 0 for 2. It really has been all the bottom of the lineup doing the work for Maryland today. "17 pitches for Pfennig this inning. He's up to 66 on the afternoon. Starting to see some more serious action down in that Ohio State bullpen. Once I can get an eye on it, I will let you know who it is. Down on first base, Tommy Gardner. Gardner, no stolen base attempts this year. Pfennig from the stretch. The first pitch here to Aline is outside for a ball, 1-0. Pfennig throws on over to first. Gardner slides back in. Looks like Joe Gum warming up for Ohio State down in the Buckeye bullpen. Gum got a little time in the Iowa series as this one's lined down the right field line. This will stay in the park, but it'll be extra bases. Rounding second, Gardner is at third. He holds up, and it's a stand-up double for Chris Aline. So runners on second and third with just 1 out in the inning here in the top of the fifth for Maryland. That one was belted right down the right field line. It took 1 hop up off the fence. Oakley able to get it in quickly to avoid any further damage, at least for the time being. So now Randy Bednar comes up. He's flown out to the outfield twice. Now it looks like we'll get a Greg Beals visit to Will Pfennig, and this might be the end of it for Pfennig today. We'll get a pitching change and bring you right back to Columbus here in the top of the fifth inning. It's 3-3 between the Buckeyes and the Terrapins. You're listening to Buckeye Baseball on the Scarlet and Gray Sports Radio. Will Pfennig got a nice round of applause from the friends and family in attendance here at Bill Davis Stadium today. His day is over. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 3 hits given up, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 1 strikeout. He faced 19 batters and gave up 2 home runs and a double. In to pitch for the Buckeyes is Joe Gum. Gum, a 0.00 ERA and a 3.50 whip on the season. Got a little bit of action this weekend against Iowa. He threw 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 hits on 4 batters faced. He comes into a situation with runners on second and third. Aline standing out on second, Gardner out on third. Randy Bednar at the plate for the Terrapins. He's 0 for 2 today. Gum will work out of the stretch. A righty pitcher for the Buckeyes working on a righty batter. The first pitch from Gum of the afternoon is in there for a strike. 0-1. Gom, a Wisconsin native, Richfield, Wisconsin. He's a 6'1", right-handed pitcher. The 0-1 to Bednar is a breaking ball over the head of Bednar as he ducks down to avoid that one. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runs already across on a Zmarzlak home run here in the 5th for Maryland. It's a 3-3 ball game. The 1-1 on the way. That's looped into right field, and this will fall for a hit. This might get in 2 runs. It's misplayed in right field by Oakley, and that will guarantee 2 runs for the Terrapins. Gardner and Aline come across, and it is 5-3 Terps. So 2 RBI for Randy Bednar as he sits down on first base. Mitchell Oakley came in on that one, but the ball took a strange hop off the heel of his glove. So that avoided any play at the plate. 4 runs across here in the 5th now for Maryland. That brings up Max Costas for the Terps. Costas, he's 0 for 0 today with a pair of walks. Bednar at first. Gom comes set. He kicks and deals. That's in there for a strike. 0-1. Bednar down on first, has 3 stolen bases on the season. Gom checks him, slides in safely. Well, this has been a tough 5th inning here for Ohio State. Gom comes set, the runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down from Totis, and it's a bit high. He slides in safely, a stolen base for Randy Bednar. Greg Beals out to have a word with Daniel Jimenez. I think he thinks that there was a bit of interference from Costas, that he got in the way of catcher Brent Totis. Remember, the batter has all the right to the batter's box, but can't be stepping out of it when there's a throw down from the catcher, and that is exactly, I think, what Greg Beals is arguing. To no avail. So Bednar will remain safe out at second base. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Max Costas. Well, they reset the scoreboard. It's no balls and 2 strikes, excuse me. Gom comes set, and now the runner goes down to third. The throw down from Totis, and he slides in safely. 2 stolen bases for Bednar. That was a beauty. He got 1 great jump. He started off with a pretty big lead. Wasn't really ever checked by Gom. So an easy stolen base for Maryland. Now a runner on third with 1 out here in the 5th. Gom goes home with the 1-2. Swing and a miss, a strikeout. 2 down in the inning. Schliger up to the plate now for Maryland. He's 0 for 2 today. He's lined out twice to the outfield, once to right field, once to center field. Bednar sitting down on third base. Bauer, the Buckeye second baseman, on the edge of that infield dirt as the first pitch is swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1. DeZenzo, the shortstop, playing pretty far up the middle. Third baseman Irwin, even with the bag, then steps into the infield grass. The 0-1 on the way, inside for a ball, 1-1. 5-3 Maryland lead here in the top of the 5th inning. It has been a 4-run inning for the visiting Terrapins. Gom comes set, he kicks and deals. 1-1 fouled back, 1-2. Ohio State still out-hitting Maryland for the time being. 5 hits for the Buckeyes, 4 for the Terrapins. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th inning. It's a 2-run lead for Maryland, and he hits the batter. That was square into the back of Luke Schliger, and he will trot down to first base. So that will bring up Matt Shaw. One more batter, and the Terps will have hit around in this inning. Shaw flew out in the second, grounded out in the fourth. More action up in the Buckeye bullpen, and Maryland's bullpen, well, they've traveled out there from the dugout, but nothing too serious up and moving. Runners on the corners, 2 outs here for Shaw. First pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Shaw, a .273 batter with a .360 OBP. Schliger on first base, Bednar on third. Gom comes set. He delivers the 0-1. Runner goes. Totis just decides to let Schliger slide into second safely as he watches Bednar down on third. No balls and 2 strikes now to Shaw with 2 down in the inning. Runners on second and third. Gom looks in, now comes set. The 0-2 to Shaw. Swing and a miss. Gom gets out of the inning, but the damage is done. 4 runs on 3 hits and no errors for the Terps. They take the lead. It's 5-3 Maryland heading to the bottom half of the 5th on the Scarlet and Gray Sports Radio.